We know the difference that a day school education makes. Research from Brandeis and other institutions find that regardless of denomination, students who received a Jewish day school education are significantly more likely to be involved in Jewish campus life when they get to college, identify as Jews later in life, marry Jewish, express a greater commitment to the Jewish community, become involved in Jewish organizations, donate to Jewish causes, support Israel, pursue communal careers in Jewish communal services, and so on. And yet only the Orthodox have embraced day school education in large numbers. According to the much discussed 2013 Pew report on Jews in America, more than 80% of Orthodox Jews enroll their children in a full-time day school, compared to only 30% among conservatives, less than 10% among Reform, and just 3% of Jews who say that they have no religious affiliation. Among these latter Jewish groups, it is not hard to draw a line directly from the lack of immersive Jewish education to the grim portrait that the Pew report paints in terms of assimilation, intermarriage, and lack of communal involvement. But although the Orthodox, by and large, are immersing their children in Jewish education, many are struggling not to become submersed by it. Ask almost any American Orthodox Jew what is the most pressing issue facing his or her community, and they are likely to tell you the Jewish day school tuition crisis. The Orthodox community is straining under the weight of paying for two school systems, their own and a secular system from which they cannot benefit. The financial strain is a great deal more than just foregoing luxuries. As Rabbi Aryeh Kapler has pointed out, there is a moral cost as well. Families choosing for financial reasons to have fewer children. Parents taking second jobs or working longer hours, thereby depriving them of almost all weekday contact with their children. Transforming in some communities nearly half of households from community contributors to charity recipients, who are often subject to an intrusive and even humiliating examination of their personal finances by the day schools. Telling children who aspire to intellectual, creative, or helping professions that these are not viable options for them because they will not produce enough income to sustain a committed Jewish lifestyle. The burden of paying for the day school education can reduce or even undermine the effectiveness of schools to achieve their goals. As Rabbi Kapler writes, if our children lack Jewish passion, doesn't that bespeak personal exhaustion? If they are materialistic, isn't this related to their being told that their career paths are limited because they are poor? When they show signs of being at risk, doesn't this reflect lessened parental involvement? How can children internalize the core Jewish value of human dignity and the spiritual value of financial independence when their schools are making them dependent? Private, communal, and philanthropic efforts to address the situation are as praiseworthy as they are necessary, but they are not sufficient.